THADZ Thoughts. THADZ Thoughts. Thursday night football's got me fired up today. It's got me fired up today. We went with the purple in the room because we got the Ravens taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in an electric, meaningful. This is middle of the season, very meaningful. The Buccaneers, after dropping a game to the Carolina Panthers last week, where they didn't score a point. I watched it all with my own fucking eyes. Thad watched it, and he was disgusted. Tom Brady is not the same Tom Brady, but we're going to go into that. We're going to go into everything, sports betting information, fantasy information, what the weather's going to be like, and you will get Thad's thoughts throughout it all. First slide. Beautiful. We have the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers today. The Ravens coming in as the +2 underdogs. The Buccaneers, how in the fuck are they favorited in this game? I don't understand it. I don't get it. Rashad Bateman is leading the team in receiving yards for the Ravens. That ranks 58th in the entire fucking league. The Ravens have zero offense, and that is why the Buccaneers are favored tonight. There's a lot of injuries, a lot of questionables tonight. I didn't want to list all those, but we're going to take a look at that interesting Buccaneers stat. The Buccaneers are averaging 64.4 rushing yards per game. Josh Allen, who's on majority of everybody's fantasy team, Josh Allen gets 60 yards rushing a game himself. Same with fucking Lamar Jackson. It's the fewest ever since the 1946 Detroit Lions averaged 42 yards a game. And rumor has it, there was a lot of women playing that season because 1946, the men were at war. All right, back to me. Over under, 46.5. Tempting. Tempting to say the least. I see this number and I'm like, entirely too high. The fucking Buccaneers didn't score last week. How in the absolute fuck can they have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Ravens predicted to score 46.5? Now, this line did start out at the beginning of the week a lot lower. That line was lower. I saw it with my own two eyeballs. But money's been going in on the over all week. The number gets bumped up. I'm scared of 46.5. I'm terrified of it because I don't think the Buccaneers are the same Buccaneers team that everybody has seen since the fucking dawn of time since Tom Brady got there. Okay? It was like a reawakening. It was a fucking Simba moment for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They were awful for year and year and year out. Okay? They were horrible. They get Tom Brady, little fucking Simba moment. Oh my God. He brought us a championship. What a savior. He is fucking robbing you guys right now. But we'll get into that a little bit later. I want to give you some betting information for the Baltimore Ravens. Let's go to the next slide. Now, out of the last 7 games, the Ravens have a record of 3-4 against the spread. Tonight, I am shocked that they are underdogs. If you want to go with the points, be a little safe with it. You want to be safe with your bets, or do you want to fucking hammer the money line like I'm going to hammer the money line today? Because the Ravens should not be underdogs, even if it's away. I don't give a shit if this is there's that home field advantage bullshit, the lack of travel and all that stuff. Listen, okay, I've gone on a fucking plane ride before. I fucking played the next day. You can fucking dial it in and get it done. It's not a 2-point swing in that favor. This game should be a pick'em if anything, but I'll leave it at that. Over under record of 2-5, 46.5. I'm liking that they hit that under. Okay. If it was at 44, 43, I'm hitting the over. Okay. But those couple of points matter. 46.5. It's going to be tough to hit that. I think that both of these teams are not that good on the defensive side, but the Buccaneers are worse. Going back to the Baltimore Ravens, though, 2 players that you should watch out for in fantasy football. The running back, Gus Edwards, okay? Kenyon Drake has been coming in and doing his thing for the Ravens. However, Gus Edwards is a nice little guy. If you have a slot If you have a slot, okay, if you're looking like shit, I got to fill a slot position this week, Gus Edwards is available. Don't be afraid to go for it. He recorded 16 carries for 66 yards and 2 touchdowns. And he was running back number 8 in half of the PPR scoring leagues out there. But with their running game starting to get going, we all know the Ravens are known for their running. Notice what I put at the beginning. Rashad Bateman, he missed weeks 5 and 6 due to a foot injury. And then this past week, he only caught fucking 5 passes for 42 yards. It doesn't make any sense as to why you should play him. However, I have him on my team, and I'm questioning it tonight because you know why? Although I do say this is going to be a under 46.5 game, I did not say in which direction I thought this game was going to traject, okay? I love the Ravens. I think Lamar Jackson, this is the type of game where he beats a team by 30. That Baltimore Ravens defense finally gets some pressure on Brady's weak ass, and they shut them down. Next slide. We're talking about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers now. We are talking about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If you want to know something about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you should be fucking sitting Tom Brady. He hasn't performed. Like, here's the thing. If you don't treat your fantasy team like how you would treat an actual team, then what are you doing? You know what I mean? You have that power now to instill that, hey, Tom, you've played like shit the past couple of weeks. I'm going to fucking bench you, make you prove yourself. If you have the ability to con a motherfucker in your league, to trade him, I would, okay? And I'm not saying, hey, Tom could turn it around, all right? Hey, I'm not saying that he isn't the greatest quarterback of all time, okay? But what I'm saying is he's not that this year. And you all need to get that in your fucking head. Okay, now people are wondering, Tampa Bay, they just had fucking another hurricane. Do you remember what the hurricane name was? No. We don't remember what the hurricane names are around here because you know what? Tampa Bay defeated that hurricane. But will there be hurricane-like conditions tonight? Let's check it out. We're going to go to our weather correspondent, Austin Alvarez. He's going to give the weather breakdown for this evening's matchup.
All right, folks, you're looking at 85 degrees, partly cloudy. You got a high of 86 and a low of 70. What time is the game at tonight?
The game starts at 7 p.m. Eastern.
All right, we're looking at maybe a high of about 74 degrees. Maybe if this game goes into extra overtime, we might hit 71 degrees.
Any wetness?
Yeah, so we got on the afternoon, we got a 15% chance of the sun being behind the clouds. And then we got a 15% in the evening of the moon being behind the clouds.
I like that. I like those odds to think that there could be a little bit of precipitation throughout the evening. The wet surface, Lamar Jackson, you think he's tough to tackle on regular grass. Wait until that grass gets a little bit wet, okay? Tom Brady's going to be slipping and sliding too. If you're thinking what Thad is thinking, then it's a no-brainer tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's a Ravens money line, and it's an under 46.5, and it's a runaway by the Ravens, okay? This game's going to be boring. I'm going to tell you that right now because the Ravens like to run the ball. They're methodical, right? Tom Brady, the only thing that'll make this game interesting, what I was going to go into, right? Tom Brady will make this game interesting. I'm waiting to see the body language on the sideline. How many people are going to be saying, hey, Tom Brady, I saw Giselle sucking Antonio Brown's cock last week. Yeah, like, you know how many people are yelling that shit to him on a weekly basis? Tom, I'm looking forward to seeing you persevere through the shit, but if I was in Raymond James Stadium the night and I was wearing purple, which I'm not, real men wear pink. Shout out to Sticky Pod Studios. We're having a networking event here tonight. If I was in Raymond James and I was wearing purple right now, I would be like, hey, yo, Tom! How does Antonio Brown's dick taste on your lips? That's a good one.
Now, I would be sitting there being like, where's the howitzer?
Tom Brady's kid, we will not refer his genitalia on this podcast. I am standing on the opposite side of that. But anyways, that is it. The Thursday night recap, Thad's thoughts. I am fired up for this evening. I hope you guys keep subscribing. We just hit 2,800 subscribers. I want to get to 3,000. I want you guys to keep watching my shit so I can get paid, motherfucker. But I will do it regardless. If I'm getting paid or if I'm not getting paid, I know eventually somebody will like me. But keep like, share, and subscribe. This is Thad. This is Mr. George Carmona. See you on the next one.